What's up, everybody?
Welcome back to our channel.
Julio and Jose, figure it out.
I'm Julio.
And I'm Jose.
And this is our Q&A episode.
Yes.
So since starting our YouTube channel, we've received questions from friends and we've received questions from family. And so we figured it's probably time that we do a Q&A video that answers all of those different questions. So we posted some questions on our social media and we got some extras. So we got quite a few that we'll go through. And if you have any other questions that we don't touch on, feel free to mention them in the comments. So our first question is, what has been the hardest part of this experience, aside from leaving your home and families?
Well, that's a good question, Julio. For me, I think the hardest part, besides leaving our friends and family when we came to Colombia and now Peru, for me, it's been like the language barrier. Like I didn't grow up speaking Spanish fluently, but I understand it and I learned to speak over time. And so just like learning, like understanding the dialect in Colombia, because they have a lot of ways of how they say certain words in Spanish is totally different than what I grew up hearing. And also just like their customs and courtesies just different, because like how you greet people out there is a specific way, and when they say like you're welcome, it's like con gusto, and I never heard that before. So it's just like, yeah, that was the difference. I mean, that was, I guess, for me the biggest adjustment.
For me, I'd have to say the hardest part has been adjusting to just life in general, being in a completely different city that has a completely different vibe from any other city that I had been to. I don't want to come and well, my intention of being here isn't to necessarily just be an American out here. I really wanted to assimilate and live life like they do here, and so it's been really hard navigating that, being that we're not in a typical work environment situation. So yeah, it's been hard to make friends and stuff.
Okay, so Mr. LeBron, what has been the best part of this experience aside from traveling?
The best part of this experience has definitely been eh, eh, having being introduced to a new way of life. Like, it's for what I thought living was and what I had become accustomed to. Like, this has really challenged a lot, for me personally, in what I thought I needed to live my life and stuff. So I think that has been, I think that's definitely been the best part, because I feel like I'm so much better of a person because I carried a lot of baggage emotionally and mentally, and being going through this like has helped me to realize like I don't have to carry so much all the time. So that's been the best for me.
The best part for me is living like a minimalist. Since we've been like out here, we had to give up and throw away a lot of things and give away a lot of things. So just living out of our suitcases has really like brought perspective to me. Like, wow, I really don't need a lot. I just need the bare essentials, obviously clothes. But I'm like, you really don't need that much, because we've been traveling and making these Airbnb like as our home. So I'm like, that's been the best part, is knowing that I don't need a lot to make something home. So yeah.
Alrighty, so question number 3. Now this starting to get a little bit about business.
Okay.
Number 3, how do we sustain ourselves financially?
Wow, another good question. How we sustain ourselves financially while being out here is a combination of savings. I just sold my 2017 Ford Mustang beginning of this year, so that's helped a lot.
My car is currently on Turo, so if you're not using Turo, or if you need a car for Turo in the Orlando, Melbourne area, I got you. But my car is on Turo, so it's helping to pay for that, take care of that bill. And then we have our business that we started.
Right, so our business right now, we just started not too long ago, a couple months ago.
Yep,
officially just opened our business account, so now we're seeing cash flow come through. So yeah, slowly but surely.
It's a little bit right now, but
also,
it's going a long way out here.
I also want to say we also budgeted, so we've been very financially just inclined on making sure we're making like the best decisions as possible. So we budget and all that stuff too.
And last but not least, we have had incredible people in our lives that have sponsored our equipment. We have had friends and family who have donated to us via Venmo online. Cash App and Venmo in the description below. But we've had an incredible support system behind us of individuals who have really believed in us and who have continued to support us
and see our dreams. So they're just supporting us. So we thank you guys for supporting us. That's for the people and friends and family that have been donating.
Yes, we truly believe that we are blessed so that we can move forward and be blessings to others.
All right, Julio, it's my turn. All right, question number 5.
4.
Oh, 4. What has surprised you the most about yourself or each other?
Being out here and really being faced with being alone without friends and family to reach out to. What's up? I've really missed everybody. I didn't expect that because I tend to be such a loner. I think something that surprised me about you is your resilience and your patience, because I know I'm not easy to deal with, and the situations we've been in haven't been easy to deal with. But you've remained resilient and been a really good support system for all 3 of us. So I guess your turn.
For me, the biggest surprise.
The thing that has surprised you most about yourself.
I think the thing that surprised me the most about myself is how adaptable I can become in situations, or how I easily adapt to things. Because going to Colombia, and when Julio got sick, I know we slightly talked about it, but he really caught a very bad 48-hour cold, and he couldn't really do anything for himself, so I had to help and make sure he had medicine, and make sure he had food and liquids and all that stuff. And I had to literally go immerse myself and go to these markets. And I'm not from Colombia, so I didn't know where things are and how where to everything's separated, so nothing's in one store. So just how quickly I just adapt and just figure things out. So that surprised me the most. What surprised me the most about you is how literally coming to Colombia for the first day we got here, you just immerse yourself and start speaking Spanish, and just really just, even if he wasn't doing it correctly, he was doing it. He was just learning and talking and trying, and that's all anybody cares about, is just trying, so that really, you taking the lead on that, and I'm like, wow, he did that.
Okay, so for this next one, we had a few questions that are kind of related, so we're gonna do them all together.
It's gonna be one big question.
So the first one is, what are the differences and the similarities between our culture, so Puerto Rican culture, I guess American culture as well, and the cultures in Colombia and in Peru? That's kind of a big one. But also with that, what's one thing that we wish people could experience for themselves out here? I think that kind of comes all encompassing within that as well. And the last is, what cultural experiences have we had in each country?
For me, the food has been obviously the different between the two, from Colombia to Puerto Rico. How they season their food in Colombia is way different. How they cook it, everything in Colombia is really they don't really it's just very herb based, right?
Yeah.
So it's not you're not gonna get a lot of sazon and adobo and all that stuff, but it's really good.
Yeah, they use a lot of fresh ingredients.
Everything's fresh, right?
So yeah, that's the artwork is very different also. I mean, in Colombia, when we were in Medellin, there was a lot of mountains, and so that really it's a different kind of mountain, because in Puerto Rico we have mountains, but it's an island.
It's like
a bowl.
Enclosed,
in Medellin, it's completely surrounded like a bowl with mountains. Right. So it's very different in the way that people interact with each other, and fashion. From that, the fashion, the artwork is so different. Fashion is completely different as well, but because of the climate,
I feel like everybody wears jeans in Medellin specifically. So because everybody works, so but it's hot. I'm talking about the humidity is over 80%, and so everybody's they're very clothed.
Yeah.
Right. When you're high, you wear less, but over there it's just no, you wear regular clothes, long sleeve, long pants. It's
year round.
Nothing. Yeah, all year round. So
yeah,
that was that's like a culture shock for me.
Yeah. And then traffic. Traffic has been very crazy in Colombia and in well, not so much Peru, but in Colombia, it was a free for all with motorcycles everywhere, all in the traffic.
But in Colombia, it was a free for all.
Yeah.
Specifically in Medellin, like everybody was just, especially on the motorcycle, they just rode their own lanes. They made their own lanes.
We had to learn how to cross the streets again.
It was like playing Frogger. Hey guys, all right. So I'm going up. My next question is for Julio. What has become a necessity now that you are out of your comfort zone? What has become a necessity for you?
So now that I'm out of my comfort zone, a necessity has become date night. It's hard because it's just us over here, and I miss my friends and I miss my family, and it can become tense, and we might argue and things like that. But a good way to kind of reset our energy and kind of make us feel like we're back home, and not forget where we are, but where we are doesn't matter. Is just going on dates and having a good time, going to the movies, and
How many times went to the movies in Colombia?
no, we don't. We went to the movies a lot in Colombia.
That's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say.
We went to the movies a lot, but it really resets the mood and the vibe, and so it became a necessity where it's just like, like, I'm super stressed out, let's go on a date, and go grab some food and then go to the movies and
Cine Colombia, I love it.
Cine Colombia, yeah. What about for you?
Let me see. For me, the necessity that has been something that I need since I've been out here has been like more open communication, just because we are in a different country and we're in a new country right now. We're in Colombia, now in Peru, and we don't have like a lot of family or friends that are out here. So for me, like, just being very understanding and patient while communicating, because it's hard, we're in a whole new country, assimilating to the culture, the language, and all that. So, to me, that's what I needed.
Alrighty, so on to the next question, and I already asked him. As you can see, he's thinking about it. So next question is, what did you bring that you don't actually need?
What did I bring that I didn't actually need? I'm trying to think. Like, I feel like I brought everything that I actually needed, but obviously going through my stuff, I want to say all the books that I brought a lot of books. I brought like,
Whatever, that's a cop out.
What?
You're fake.
seriously.
Whatever. Okay, well, I'm just gonna be real. I completely overpacked. When we flew from the US to Colombia, my bag was like 69 pounds.
You're a fashionista.
Oh, please. And so and so I also had Lucas stuff in my bag. So my bag was way overweight. But I didn't know what I got rid of a lot of stuff before we came to Peru. And being here now with the little bit that I do have, I still feel like I have too much. I don't have too much. I don't. But now being in this place, I feel like, wow, I got more than I need. So, and that just makes me feel blessed. But before coming out here, I didn't know how to pack. I didn't realize I didn't know how to pack. So that's definitely a skill that I'll take with me moving forward. Not overpacking and bringing so much extra.
Bring what you need, not what not what you want.
Right. Really think about it. What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
So we were editing the video and we realized
It's long
it's super long.
because we answered everybody's questions that were submitted to Julio.
And here I'm thinking, dang, we didn't say enough. And this video is way too long. So part 2 is going to be coming up next week. So stay tuned.
All right, guys. See you later.
Posting
New
new
videos every Friday. I just went with it to kill the mood, like to
Number 2.
Okay. Oh, you got it playing. Okay.